Is the Mavic 3 a good or a bad drone? Just another beautiful day in the shared YouTube studio. Whose studio is this?
Xavier, his shit is in the car.
Oh, the car. All right, so today is a adventurous day because we're gonna be flying the Mavic 3 Cine version, and we're not gonna do an unboxing because this drone is already not new, if you will, but I am going to be unboxing the Mavic 3 Cine version here at the Flushing Meadows studio offices because I want to do an overall first impression of this drone, and I wanted to make sure, it's been sitting in my house for over 2 weeks, I want to make sure that I fly it in a safe environment and understand everything that this drone has to offer. I know that everybody's waiting for my first impressions of the Mavic 3. Whether it's a Cine version or not doesn't matter, but the overall Mavic 3. And today I'm in Flushing Meadows Park, and this is gonna be my first true maiden flight. I just came from the house. I did the firmware update to, add the 4K 120 and all that good stuff. The firmware update that's there now, and I calibrated my IMU. I calibrated the compass, and we're gonna take this up. It is like 3-ish in the afternoon, so we are approaching like golden hour. We have a sunset really starting to come in. My first video, honestly, I wanted it to be a nighttime video, night footage, but with all the things that I'm reading online and all the mishaps that folks are having with the Mavic 3, I really wanted to show that I take my time and I do it the right way. This bird has been sitting in my house for over 2 weeks now, and it's time to fly it. One of the main things that I'm looking for is, do I have a crooked horizon or that tilted horizon that other people are having? And how is the obstacle avoidance responding? So let's go ahead and take this up in the air, and we'll be right back to find out how this drone is doing.
Come on.
already 2 batteries, and the sun is starting to set, as you can see behind me. So I wanted to go ahead and give you my first impressions of the Mavic 3 and let you know what I think about it based upon, my first flights. So let me start from the very beginning, the unboxing. When I received the box, I noticed that it was extremely heavy, which is a good thing, right? Usually you associate maybe weight with quality, but just opening up the box, I liked how they packaged the Mavic 3 inside of the case, and that's what I'm getting to, the case. The case, I would not pay the bag, the premium bag that it comes with, right? The FlyMore and the Mavic 3 Cine. I wouldn't pay $300 for it, but I guess I am paying for it because it's part of the package. I am highly impressed with the bag. I think for $300, I think it's retailing for $325. You can go out there and get yourself a much better bag, which is gonna hold your camera if you're walking around with a mirrorless or a DSLR, your lenses, your batteries. You can get a better bag for $300. However, the fact that it's included, I am so happy that it is a premium grade bag. The bag really wowed me, and I know that you guys have heard tremendous feedback from other YouTubers and other people that, has purchased the Mavic 3, also talk about the bag. So enough about the bag, because you guys are not here for the bag. The Mavic 3, overall, I am extremely impressed. So upon my first 2 flights with my 2 batteries, I noticed 0 tilt, horizon tilt on my gimbal here, on my camera. So far I'm flying extremely well without having any horizon tilt on my camera. So that's a plus, right? That may change in the future because I know a lot of people are having issues with the gimbal. So let's see as I continue to use it, if the gimbal loses its adjustments and I might have to calibrate. All I did today was an IMU calibration and just a compass calibration, and I'm up in the air. The Fly app was something that I was bickering about at the beginning. This is my first time using the Fly app. I got used to it really, really quickly. I was able to navigate through the menu. Actually, now that I think about it, I want to retract my statements. The Fly app is not as bad as I thought it would be because it's almost more simplistic to get right back into your settings. I can change my shutter, I can change my aperture, my ISO, my resolution, all by tapping on that bottom right, versus the GoPro app. I think you really have to do a little bit more digging through the app. So that's just my overall first impression. Now, of course, there are some things that are missing. I did not shoot log today. The footage that you have seen already in this video has all been with their standard color profile. I shot in 5K in ProRes, and I didn't shoot log. And the feature that's missing is you definitely need the log preview, the Rec 709 preview that you can add, like on the GoPro app. So thinking about the Fly app, if they were to add a preview for D-Log, I would be, very satisfied with what it is today. Of course, I think we could continue enhancing it, but overall, pretty good. I did use the zoom feature. I didn't record it. I did use the zoom feature just to play around with it. I was able to zoom into some landmarks pretty closely. You can see the quality is not all there, right? But we expect that from a digital zoom. But overall, I think the feature is pretty neat. And now let's talk about the smart controller. The smart controller is another item that I am extremely impressed with. Just the overall build quality, something about this remote feels different. It feels more premium, it feels higher grade than the first smart controller. It is definitely lighter. I'm gonna go ahead and look up the specs to see how many grams does this weigh compared to the first smart controller. This definitely feels lighter in my hands. I almost feel like the screen is larger. However, don't quote me on this because I didn't take a deep dive in specs, but I believe that the screen size is the same from the first to the RC Pro. However, for some weird reason, it just looks bigger. I can tell you, I definitely noticed the difference in the gimbal movements. I'm seeing more of a cinematic flight just with these sticks here. Something about it, I don't know. I know they did change the screws from M3s to M2s, another thing that I'm just guessing on, right? Don't quote me on any of this. But just overall, I feel like these sticks are smoother. And I am getting great reception with this RC, and I have zero complaints about the RC Pro. It definitely feels great. It feels like a premium remote. All right, guys, so this is my first impressions of the Mavic 3. This video is a little bit all over the place because I wasn't really prepared to make a video. I really wanted to come out here today and just, adjust my settings, do the IMU, get the feel for it. And I decided to bring my camera and go ahead and just shoot a little bit. But you guys will see more from me in terms of the Mavic 3. I am very excited about what the firmware is going to bring in January and February. I know that, we're gonna get all those features unlocked, which I think is really gonna drive home the value of the Mavic 3. So for now, this might seem a little biased, right? Because I spent my money on the Mavic 3 Cine, and you might think, well, yeah, he spent, $5,000 and he's looking to justify his purchase. I am happy with my purchase, not because, I'm the buyer and I bought it, but because I'm coming from a Mavic 2 Pro. I think this is definitely the change that I was looking for. You can see on the screen itself, and I want to get back now and edit this video, but you can see on the screen itself the difference in quality, just overall signal-wise, right? The reception, the HD feed that you're getting back to your remote, and just the clarity on my remote is tremendous compared to the Mavic 2 Pro. I never owned the Air 2S, so I can't compare it to the Air 2S. But I know, that this is definitely meeting my expectations so far. Let me know in the comments below what sort of questions you may have so I can go ahead and, address those questions or concerns or comments that you may have. And the sun is setting. I want to go ahead and burn my last battery, my third battery, and hopefully include that footage as part of this video as well. So stick around, stay tuned, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.